Hey guys, what's up? What's up, all you awesome people out there? I am watching a new show starting this March. Something to start off March on a good fit, on a good foot. Watching a show called Devs, like developers, short for developers. Kind of looks like it's like a high tech conspiracy with computers and sci-fi. Reminds me of like Deus Ex Machina kind of. No, not Machina. Deus Ex Human Revolution, human something like that. You know what I mean? Like the games, that kind of stuff, like major conspiracy and high tech involved in it. Some kind of hacking and stuff got to be in there somewhere. My kind of stuff. And also, I think it was the director of Annihilation, which is a very terrifying film. Like what it would feel like if you actually discover aliens or something. Anyway, they have my watch. I'll check it out. Oh, and Ron Swanson. Sorry. I'm switching up my watching strategy. If this gets enough, if this is popular, I will definitely continue it. I'll do that from all the shows I'm doing from now on. You gotta prioritize your time. Why watch stuff on YouTube if no one's watching you do it, right? But without further ado, let's get on to Devs.
Standard that elliptical curve is inherently better than RSA.
Both are weak to attack from quantum computers, so by sharing the same weak point, are equally weak.
Dude.
Okay, they're talking about something to do with encrypting computers. That's what I get from that. Curvature, elliptical curvature, and RSA. Don't really know what that means, but I understand it to be something to do with encryption. So they were arguing over which one is strong the other, I guess. Just want to make sure. I'm paying attention, guys. I am.
How you doing, Pete?
Oh, I'm good.
I actually started this show because I want to know what the hell that is.
Overlay, please.
Here comes overlay.
Whoa.
Are they recreating a computer or what?
Predicted movement loop. 10 seconds into the future. 1.
Whoa.
Guys, can you give us a moment? I want you to join Devs.
There it is.
Devs.
Reason we're all here.
You're not going to be able to tell me anything about what that is.
I'm not going to be able to sleep.
So let's not sleep.
Are you faithful to each other? No trouble on the horizon?
As far as I know.
You won't be able to discuss your work with her at all. Think you'll be able to handle that?
Absolutely.
2,
3,
5,
8,
13,
21,
34,
55,
89.
144.
What is it?
Sergey. He's going in.
No one knows what the devs team does except the devs team.
I wouldn't even say. The Devs team knows what the Devs team does.
Gold sticks sticking out of the ground. It's a freaking diving board in the middle of the forest.
A lead Faraday shield, a 13-yard thick concrete shell, then a gold mesh, in the core, the machine.
This entire structure is supported by electromagnetic fields.
Looks like the cube.
It's the central unit.
There is more?
Above us, below us.
Oh, one giant machine.
But what am I actually doing here?
I'm not going to tell you.
life. It's like his whole world just fell apart in front of him. It's like you're in the Matrix Neo scene. He threw up in that one too.
Here. Katie. We met earlier, but weren't introduced.
Is it for real? Or is it just theoretical?
It's not theoretical.
If it's true, it literally changes every single thing.
No, if it's true, it changes absolutely nothing.
Because it was always that way.
In a way, that's the point.
The universe is deterministic. The man eats because he's hungry. An effect is always the result of a prior cause.
Trying to up in the air and it falls down.
We fall into an illusion of free will. You joined my company. Gained our trust, gained my trust. Then stole my code on your James Bond wristwatch.
I don't know what you mean.
It's the nature-nurture matrix, exactly like the nematode worm in your simulation. You made no decision to betray me. You could only have done what you did.
Could have fell back a little more. If you know what's gonna happen, so why can't you warn him? That would have been something too.
Hello, you have reached Sergei Pavlov. I am currently unavailable.
That was the last time I saw him. I was at my office window, and he was headed toward devs from the hub.
So does that mean this guy right here just straight up was interviewing the guy he was gonna kill later, knowing he was gonna kill him? Just messed up. Crazy.
Is that with our systems here, his movements are going to be easy to track. 10:15 last night.
What the
I
hell?
went where?
One of our employees has apparently gone missing sometime last night.
It's the new kid, just started at Devs, the one I screened.
Sergey? From AI?
Yes.
And what you are gonna do now is take the rest of the day off. You have my personal guarantee that I'm all over this.
Oh, nice. So she can get back in.
Oh no.
Brother? I assume?
Thanks.
Sure.
Or an ex?
I know there's a lot we need to talk about.
Yeah, there is.
Brother.
I was completely in love with you.
Ex.
I thought you were...
I need your help. Sergey went missing.
So you want my help to track down your boyfriend by cracking his phone? Sincerely, from the very bottom of my heart, fuck off.
Fire? What the hell is that?
Let's get dressed. I got a call to pick you up.
It's a bomb. They're gonna make it look like he... like kamikaze. How do they do that? Could you just have him had an accident or something? Why did he have to burn himself at the campus? Such a far-fetched story. Yeah, that'd be my reaction too. That's horrifying. Can't even look at that. It's written by him too. Holy shit. Ron Swanson has lost his goddamn mind. What the heck did I just watch? Okay. It's I'll try to keep it short because there's a lot to take in. There's a lot to take in. Did I say that right? Basic premise is I got that. Boyfriend goes missing. Her investigation into what happened to him. Technically, he's not missing anymore, it looks like. But she knows something's wrong with that. She's going to begin her investigation. But the whole thing with this thing is this. We're dealing with some heavy sci-fi concepts. Or at least the show is trying to be super important. It's trying to be really complex. We'll see how far that goes. But so Ron Swanson comes up. What's his name? Ronnie? Or no. I forgot his name. I'm gonna call him Ron right now for a little bit. But Ron Swanson he has apparently somehow figured out that, at least from his point of view, the world is, everything that happens is predetermined. We're all on treadmills. Nothing we do is our own. It's just like the Matrix, right? We have no control of our own fate, which is a horrifying thing to a lot of people to hear. That nothing we do matters, right? Well, then why don't we just kill ourselves? And why are we even going through the motions, though? I would ask. And I mean, why even bother to bring him into the company if you were going to kill him, right? Unless there is a bigger point to all of that. This guy suggests he has also been able to. It looked to me like he was able to predict the future because he can see. He already knew he stole the thing, right? Or did he not know? It looked like he really knew that he stole the stuff and he got it all set up. Unless he didn't. He knows that it's all determined, but he doesn't know how to. I can't tell if he knows how to see the future yet or not. That guy. But if he couldn't see if he could see the future already, why did he need this guy to join the team? I don't know. I don't understand. That's obviously stuff for later. You try to think about this for too long, and it starts to go up your mind because you can't really conceive of it. I don't think it's like trying to conceive of a past, present, and future all happening at once. Forget about it. Oh, like time isn't linear. If time was all at once, you just couldn't conceive of it. Brains aren't meant to comprehend such crazy ass shit, and obviously it's having an effect on Ron Swanson himself. Look at his face. He just has those eyes that say, I've seen everything in the world, and it's I wish I could go back. Or his eyes are haunted, like he's just seen the death of the world before his face, which I think also suggests that if he can see the future, he must have already seen everything. Then he's possibly seen his own end, and he knows where it's coming from. He knows what's going to happen, because it seems to be the case. They seem to have been set up for his death. I don't understand. Like, he's supposed to steal that stuff. They kill him, and then she comes to the company, and then she goes to investigate. And there's a reason why they burned him a lot. They burned him. I mean, whatever that was, because clearly they strangled him. They wanted you to see that to make sure you understood. He was suffocated to death. So what the heck is the body walking around on fire? How did they do that? How was it photorealistic enough that the girlfriend can see through it? It was convincing to her. Except, even like she said, it was a robot. Unless he can somehow inhabit the body of a person somehow, and yet but of course he didn't have the functions. He couldn't operate the functions, or maybe the way they didn't really manipulate the organism, the worm creature. Never mind. I don't know how they're making his body move around without his consent, but that's what's going on there. I don't know how that works. If they know that everything is predetermined, what are they doing in that building then? Is it just to have is it just their way of making you get a shock revelation and then you run out of the room screaming your head off and then steal a watch or something? What is the purpose of that? Why make you go through that? What are they doing in that room? They're typing stuff up, they're looking at code. My suggestion would be that they're trying to break the cycle. Maybe. What else would they be doing in that room? Everything is determined already. But if everything is determined, isn't breaking the cycle also part of this? Maybe everything is leading up to breaking the cycle. I don't know. I'm just spitting out possible things that could be happening. A lot of it goes over my head. I feel like I'm not dumb. I feel like I'm not smart enough. I didn't read enough books. I didn't read enough of the right books to understand this just yet. But I'm trying. I'm trying to. Of course, it could just be trying to look more more complicated than it actually is. But we have yet to see that, so we'll be getting to that point. But I like the cast. I like the characters. I like the main character, the girl. She's great. She's sympathetic. I want to see her find the answers. I don't want Ron Swanson to win. He's an evil son of a bitch. But the fact that he sees himself as having because everything happens no matter what you do. It's all meant to be. Like he told the guy, right? You didn't betray me. It was always going to happen. It's determined by something else, unseen force or whatever. What a great way to remove yourself from the consequences of your actions, right? Because now he can just he can kill that guy, murder him, and feel completely fine with it. Because in his mind, he was always going to do it. And thus had no control over his actions. At least that's what he keeps telling himself. And that allows him to do horrible things because he feels as though it is meant to be. So if I go kill somebody, I was always supposed to do that. But I'm not sure if he can see that ahead of time. That makes it a lot more real. Because right now he could just be crazy and spouting mumbo jumbo. Because if he can't prove that it is, then you can't prove that's the way it is, then it doesn't mean anything. It's just a theory. But obviously he can, which is why he's so haunted. Because he has found it. How did he find it though? I'm thinking computer code reminds me of like a game. A game, like a PS4 game, like Spider-Man. It's predetermined, right? Everything in the game, everybody you talk to, every move you make is controlled by somebody else. And all the storylines and all that stuff is an outcome of something, and somebody can play the game over and over again. And the same thing will happen every single time. That's what they're talking about, this determinism thing. And I wonder if they're using the code like that because it's a metaphor for the gaming world. I mean, it's a good metaphor for like code equals making reminds me. Code is like in a game that's all created through code is predetermined, and so maybe that's why it's code they're reading. You know what I mean? It's like the whole world is one giant game, and when you can understand the code behind it, you can understand the action. So it's like they're saying everything in the world has a design, so thus there must be a written language instruction manual. That's crazy. Because if you can read the manual behind it, if you can read the instructions, if you can read the code that's behind everything, when you throw an apple in the air and it lands on the ground because of gravity, if you can understand the code of it, you'll know where it's going to land. You'll know the reason why someone tossed it in the air. Because these are all pre-programmed things that make people do things. Pre-programmed code, you know what I mean? It's all written out, and you do what that is. You're like a character in a book, and God is the author, that kind of thing. Although he said there was no God. So he's saying there's nothing but physics. It's just the way it works. Everything just follows this physical thing, and nobody really does anything. What a nihilistic way to look at the world. Very, very depressing. If it's true. I'm going to hope that the story doesn't go down that path, because that would be boring. Because then everything was already predetermined. I think, because then is she a threat to them? What makes her so special if everything is predetermined? Unless she's going to break that determination, that determination. She's going to break the cycle. Please, do this. Do this, Lily. Lily Chen, break the cycle and fuck up Ron Swanson's world even more than he already has. That is the first episode of Devs. Pretty good. I'd say pretty good. I don't know if it's it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's one of those ones where I feel like it's gonna get either give it a few episodes. We gotta see where this is gonna go first. Because if it just gets really silly later on, then it's gonna fall down. But we have no idea yet. So that's the first episode, and I like it so far. So see you guys.